there. I'm Molly. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Did you find everything okay today? Okay. Alright, you said that you called before? Was that this afternoon? Okay. Let me just check. Yes, okay. So you're here to pick up some books, correct? Alright, awesome. Alright, let me just see what you had here. Yeah, we write everything down on paper because, we're not as advanced yet. It's easier for filing purposes, yeah. Okay. Okay. So you said you needed some books for school and then some for pleasure? Okay. Well, I found your books for school. I'm not sure where I put them. Let me look. I bunched them all up. And let me just check the shelf over here. Okay, cool. Okay, so I have them over there, and then I picked some books out for you for more pleasure reading. Yeah. Oh, no problem. It was no problem at all. Okay, so the first book that you said you needed was this one, Hobbes's Leviathan. And these are rental books, so if you bring them back at the end of your semester and they are in good condition, we will buy them back from you. Yes. It's quite a big book. Are you in like theology and philosophy courses? Yes. Awesome. I haven't read this. It seems quite large. Yeah. Let's see. Just to make sure that this is the right edition. This does have a glossary of 17th century English terms and indexes of persons, subjects, and scriptural passages to help make this the most thoughtfully conceived edition of the Leviathan. Does this sound correct? Okay. And this is the one with the introduction by Edwin Curley. So is that the right one? Okay, cool. Alright, awesome. So I'll put that with your stuff. Okay. And then we have this book by Stephen Bullivant, and it's Faith and Unbelief for theology course, correct? I'm just checking to make sure that there are no markings or defacement to the book. Okay, awesome. Yeah, theology. And this is a book about understanding modern atheism, and basically it's a discussion between believers in God and those who do not believe in God. So if you are a Catholic interested in like the beliefs of atheism, this is a really good book to read. And this also has an index in the back to make things easier to find, which I really like about books. I think that's really amazing. Okay, so is this the right edition? Stephen Bullivant. Does it look like this? Okay, awesome. Alright, next one I have for you. Another rental. You wanted to rent all of these, correct? Okay, cool. This one is Billy Budd Sailor and Selected Tales by Herman Melville. And this is a new book, actually, but you can rent it. Okay. It's a nautical recasting of The Fall, a parable of good and evil, a meditation on justice and political governance, and a searching portrait of three extraordinary men. And this is a classic book. Would this be for philosophy? Oh, you're taking a modern literature class? Okay, cool. Yes. So you're sure this is the correct edition? Okay. And it's awesome that you brought that syllabus with you. Yeah, some people buy the wrong editions and then they come in and somehow it's my fault, but yeah. I've actually never read this one. I've always wanted to. Maybe when you bring it back, I'll give it a read. Working in a bookshop, you would think I would read all of these, but it's actually quite busy sometimes. That's why I'm kind of speaking softly, because I don't want anyone to yell at me, because there are people in here reading. Put this with your stuff. Okay. Ooh, and then we have Nietzsche on the genealogy of morals. And this is a new translation by Douglas Smith. It's a book about the history of ethics and about interpretation. He rewrites the former as a history of cruelty, exposing the central values of the Judeo-Christian and liberal traditions. Compassion, equality, justice as the product of a brutal process of conditioning designed to domesticate the animal vitality of earlier cultures. The result is a book which raises profoundly disquieting issues about the violence of both ethics and interpretation. Nietzsche questions moral certainties by showing that religion and science have no claim to absolute truth, before turning on his own arguments in order to call their very presuppositions into question. The genealogy is the most sustained of Nietzsche's later works and offers one of the fullest expressions of his characteristic concerns. I did read his Nietzsche's God is Dead articles, so they're very interesting. These pages are folded. It is very interesting to think about the other side of things, a non-religious, more scientific side, so if this interests you. Okay, and the last book I had for you is Jean-Jacques Rousseau's Reveries of the Solitary Walker, a new translation by Russell Goulburn, and this is Oxford Press, so are the other two last ones. This look great. This is also a rental book. I just ran out of stickers, but I'll give you a write-up of all the things that you need. So this one is the product of his final years of exile from the society that condemned his political and religious views. Returning to Paris, the philosopher determines to keep a faithful record of the thoughts and ideas that come to him on his preambulations. It's part reminiscent, part reflection, and lived by anecdote and encounters, the Reveries form a kind of sequel to his Confessions. But they are more introspective and less defensive. Rousseau finds happiness in solitude, walks in nature, botanizing, botany, and meditation. So writing his account of these walks becomes a means of achieving self-knowledge and safeguarding for himself the pleasure that others he has conceived seek to deny him. The Reveries, shaped by the unmeditated nature of Rousseau's thought processes, give powerfully lyrical expression to a painfully tortured soul in search of peace. I'm assuming that's him. This one looks good. Okay, so those 5 books are the ones that you have for school. Am I correct in saying that? Okay, so you just more like philosophy, theology type books. Okay, cool. And are you going to be continuing with these? Because if you do have more books that you need, I could get them on discount for you if you're going to be a returning customer. Probably. Okay, let me just write that down. Just write down the books that you did take. Gotta love pencils. Okay, so I have Hobbes's Leviathan. I have Bullivant's Faith and Belief. I have Melville, Billy Budd, Sailor, and Selected Tales. And the fun thing is, if you ever write papers on any of these books, you can submit them here on our website, and other people can read about them to see if they actually want to like read the book or anything. So Nietzsche's on the genealogy of morals. And Rousseau, Reveries of the Solitary Walker. Alright, cool. So, I know that you just came here for school books, but I do have a recommendation for a pleasure reading book, because you can't just read all of those books and not read anything for pleasure, now can you? Okay, this is my all-time favorite book. I'm so sorry. Everything falls here. I'm such a klutz. I have this book, which is Water for Elephants, and it is my all-time favorite novel. It's by Sarah Gruen, and they did a movie with, I think it was Robert Pattinson and Reese Witherspoon, maybe. I don't know. Okay. This is a used copy that you can like rent, but it's basically you can borrow it and bring it back when you bring back these other books. And it's basically about circus life. This man, I don't want to give too much away, but it's about this man who goes to the circus, you know, falls in love with a woman who's married to a very abusive man, and the man and the woman, they kind of, the woman rides elephants and she rides horses, and they find an elephant, and I don't want to give too much away, but it's an amazing book. Amazing. It's drama and love, and it kind of goes, it starts off when he's an old man, and then it's like a flashback, and then it ends with him being an old man, and it's really cute. And I think the book does the movie a lot of justice, or the movie does the book justice. I mean, obviously the books will always be better than the movies, everyone always knows that, but so yeah. Are you interested? It's not that long. I mean, it's pretty long, but yeah. Awesome. Yay. Okay. I'll put that with your stuff. Okay. And so I'll just add that onto your list. Add your water for elephants. Alright, awesome. Now if I could just get your name. Can you spell that last part for me? Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. And email address? Okay. At Gmail, okay. Okay, and how will you be paying for these today? Basically, it's $5 for each book, but if you bring them back in in relatively good condition, you get your deposit back. Okay, awesome. I'm not going to charge you for the Water for Elephants one, because I'm not going to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that'd be $25. Will that be cash or credit? Cash, okay. I can take that right now. Yep. Okay, perfect. Okay, exact change. Thank you. Alright. So I will need just a phone number to call, just to remind you when your books are due to be back. Okay. What was the area code? Okay. Oh, wait, my parents live there. visit them next weekend. Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, you should be all set. I put your books over there. Do you need a bag? Okay, cool. Feel free to stop at any time. Thank you so much for choosing our bookstore. I know a lot of people buy things online nowadays, but it's awesome to see people coming into an actual bookstore. So, again, it was really nice to meet you, and I hope to see you back here soon.